So this story starts with a question. What do you see here? If you answered hat or something along those lines, then I'm sorry to inform you that you're an adult. But if you answered a boa constrictor that has just eaten an elephant, then congrats, you're still a kid. Let me put this in a little bit of context. My sophomore year of high school, I had an English teacher named Mr. J. On the first day of class, he asked me what I was doing there. I started to explain that I was in the 11th grade English class but he cut me off before I could finish, saying, No, I mean here on Earth. It was the start of something beautiful. I wound up having Mr. J again my senior year, and during our 2 years together, Mr. J focused less on the grammatical and factual part of English and put the emphasis on the life lessons we could take away from the books we read. We read high school classics like Huck Finn, The Great Gatsby, Ironweed, Macbeth, Of Mice and Men, my personal favorite book, The Catcher in the Rye, and a few others. On the last day of senior year, he even tearfully read The Giving Tree to us. This man was not afraid to cry in a class of 30-plus 17-year-olds, choking up as he told us to marry our best friend, or telling the story of a former student who died in 9/11. It was not unusual for him to just leave in the middle of class and never come back because he got too emotional. I absolutely love Mr. J and his class because I've always loved books that make you think about your own life and the people in it, and maybe even cry a little. Little did I know that Mr. J was about to present me with a book that I truly feel has changed my life. It was Antoine de Saint-Exupéry's The Little Prince. Of course, I won't explain the whole book to you guys right now because it would take too long, but more importantly because I don't think I could do the beauty of this book justice. But basically, a brief plot summary is that Antoine is a pilot who crash lands in the desert and meets a little prince from a faraway planet who wants nothing more than to go home so he can tend to his beloved rose again. The little prince recounts his adventure before meeting Antoine and reveals the life lessons he's learned along the way, before finally returning home to his rose. Or, at least that's what as the reader you hope is this little prince's fate. Which brings us back to the boa constrictor. One of the life lessons from the book is to not grow up and lose your ability to see things for more than what they appear to be. For a children's book, the story gets pretty deep, and there are a lot of lessons you can learn from it, but the one that has stuck with me the most is why it's important loving anyone, knowing that one day they will be gone, whether they leave you or pass away. Mr. J read this whole book to us aloud, tearing up every now and then. When it was over, he told us that we may not have understood everything the book was trying to get across to us today, but one day when we were older and maybe had a family of our own, we were to read it again. He told us then we would understand it all. I think I love this book so much because it made me see the people I love in my own life in the story. It made me see beyond the words written on the page, and it made me realize things in my life that I had not seen before. Even now I find it a little difficult to think about these things without tearing up. It's so strange to think that a children's book can bring a 20-year-old college student to tears, but that truly is the power of this story. Before graduation, Mr. J gave every student in the class a copy of the book with a handwritten note inside. He wanted to make sure that one day we could read it again.
When I'm wiser and growing taller, I will see your ways.